Hello, everyone. Hello, Carol.
Hi,
Hello,
Alain
Yes.
Tremblay. Hi, everybody. W Club. So excited to be here for a little Friday night presentation. Thought we would. For those of you who aren't familiar with us, I am Carol Roth. I am founder of the W Club, and I have my lovely co-host with me, Monsieur Alain Tremblay, who is the marketing director of Integrity Toys, and about 29 other roles, I think, at least that you fill, right,
I
Alain?
was just going to say, and I'm Alain Tremblay, and I'm all wet because we're in the middle of a heat wave, but yes. Yes.
That's well. How are you doing tonight, Elen?
Um, yeah, I'm doing okay. Like I think it's going to start snowing in my house because I've pumped up my AC so high to try to like survive this. It doesn't happen very often up here, but when it does, it's kind of a scorcher and like it's so humid, it's just unbearable. But not complaining. Life is treating us good. We're happy. We have AC. We've got the power.
It's always something during these presentations. I don't remember
Always.
if it was the last one or two times ago where your power went out and we were on a thing. Now you've got
Yeah.
like the heat wave. So hopefully we're going to try and make it through the presentation without you passing out. That's what the intention
Yeah, but like I
that
said,
we
I'm
were
good.
setting.
I've got it. I've got it on, and it's gonna start snowing indoors soon. So like we're good. How are you,
Fabulous.
honey?
I am doing well, and hello to everybody who is out there. This is something different for us. We've never done a live unveil for a club doll before, but we have so many new members this year, and it is a little bit different. And we have found as we add more members, the amount of people who actually read our emails start to go down. So we thought,
Exactly.
this is something new. This would be an opportunity for us to explain it a little bit better, be able to ask questions, and of course have the excuse to chat with one of our designers.
Absolutely.
We probably won't do this for every single release, but we may do it again depending on your feedback. So if you enjoy it, please feel free to tell us, and we may do that. So you
Hey,
never know.
it's Friday night. We've got time, so hey, just let us know. Like we're young, hot, really hot and vibrant, and
Literally hot.
yes, really hot.
Um, so let me just explain in terms of the club dolls. So as part of your perks, separate from the 3 upgrades, which you had the opportunity to pre-order if you wanted during registration, one of the perks that we give is the opportunity to order and pre-order 5 different club dolls throughout the year. And this is available to everybody. So, no matter who you are, club member, you get a chance to order 1 per membership. So if you have 3 memberships, you can order 3 dolls. It does not take away from any future opportunities. So when you go ahead and if you want to pre-order what we show you tonight, that does not take away any future opportunities. You're allowed to pre-order any and all of them. Very importantly, I want to mention that one of the things that makes this such an exciting perk for W Club members is that it is for W Club members. So not only should you not share the doll early on social media, and we'll send you after this an email with the confidentiality period, but do not offer this perk to someone else. So don't ask somebody else if you want to order for them if they're outside the club. You can always ask another club member in the club forum, but don't offer this out on social media or Facebook or to other friends. And if you do pre-order it, you're not allowed to sell it, pre-sell it until you've paid for it in full. Us at the club do not like to police the internet, but this is what club members want and the feedback and part of the rules. So it's how we keep the perks special. So we're going to take some questions at the end. If you have questions about this process, we're happy to walk you through and other things. And Alain, what else am I missing?
Well, I just saw a bunch of people commenting that the sound was really bad for me, so I just raised my volume. So like if you can hear me better now, just comment real quick so I know that like you can hear me, because apparently a whole bunch of people weren't hearing me before. So is this better? Comment, let me know.
Comments. I can
Comment
hear you.
away.
I can hear you well. I'm not sure if I can hear Len, but while we're waiting for people to
Yeah.
come, yes, we're getting yes.
Okay,
Maybe
perfect.
we can
Yeah.
also just put up the presentation and the no recording portion of the presentation. So just as a reminder, we will have this link available for you guys. You'll be able to access it again. Again, we will have an email that will have full details, but you should not be sharing this, recording it, giving it out to anybody else, any of that kind of stuff. And I think that's what I got. Alain, anything else before we bring in our special guest? Because I'm sure everybody is dying to know who it is and what our guest has to say.
Well, there's like so much. So like we're still on track. As you all know, we've sent out like there's been kind of a glut of product that's all arrived in the last few weeks. So like that's still ongoing. Some of those payment deadlines are not finished yet. So like there's still that process going on. The dolls are really beautiful. Like I'm seeing like a lot of excitement in the air, and we do have like more stuff eventually that's going to be arriving, and we've got more surprises. Like it's just we're catching up. So like from all like the issues, the shipping delays, everything we had, I mean, it's not 100% tip top shape, but we are getting there. So I'm actually really super excited because we do have like some more stuff coming in the next, before the convention and all this. So hopefully I will now knock on wood. You can't see me, but the pandemic and everything is behind us. Whoops, that was not supposed to have happened. I'm sorry.
All right, well, with that, why don't you bring in our special guest, since you've kind of given a little sneak peek.
I know, I'm sorry about that.
People who got the little sneak peek.
Exactly,
and we will bring in Mr. David Buttry. Hi, David Buttry.
Hey, everyone.
And Alain, if you want to just go one slide ahead, and
one slide, you can
one
see
quick slide ahead.
Sorry, that's what happens when you knock on wood.
Live presentation.
Exactly.
And I just have to say, I noticed that you boys are both dressed in a little bit of the Palm Springs motif. I did not get the memo, obviously, but very excited for you to unveil our first Poppy Parker doll, first Poppy Parker Club doll. And before we do that, even though we got a little sneak peek, we like to give sneak peeks at the club. What can you tell us, just kind of macro about your inspiration?
I dealing with the breadth of the scope of what Palm Springs is, and sort of like in Palm Springs in the 1960s. And we've already had a taste with the Pink Lemonade Poppy, which is the upgrade doll. That was the first doll in the collection. And for the second doll, I really wanted to bring in some diversity, which has been requested from collectors. And so that I know that people had wanted another Black Poppy. And so that was really the inspiration point. And then trying to find something that was going to be appropriate for her. So with that,
drum roll, Alain, let's see Resort Ready Poppy Parker. Yay! All right, we're going to get into the inspiration next, but just really quickly, what do we got going on here?
Well, we have Poppy in dark A-tone, which is the very first time that we've ever done her in that skin tone. So that's special. And I know that's been requested that we do Poppy in darker skin tones. So that's something I really wanted to achieve this year. And so I hope that collectors will enjoy that. And then the other thing is that I wanted to dress her in something that was going to be sort of appropriate for her to be a Black woman in the 60s. So I took some inspiration with like a tunic that sort of had a dashiki influence to it, like an African dashiki. And so that all together, I luxed it up a little bit with some gold embroidery and beading, and I kind of love how she turned out.
Okay, sorry, I've got an incoming call. I want to make sure. Oh, no, it's the dentist. It's not my sister. We'll just unplug that. All right, so with that, let's go to the next slide and see some of these inspirations that we were talking about, because it's so beautiful. And as we had talked about as you were creating it, one of the things that was really important as you were going through and bringing this Poppy in dark A-tone was to have this sort of very beautiful, neutral skin makeup palette that would kind of blend in and be able to redress and whatnot. So tell us a little bit more about these inspirations.
Yeah, so like the first inspiration for the outfit was the color palette is the model walking in the top left corner in the blue with the gold trim with the tassels. And if I could have added a lot of little tassels to this ensemble, I would have. Production would have killed me, and I didn't want to push down any further than we're already having issues in China as it is. So that was the color palette. And then it was a matter of like designing the dress and what was going to be, I thought, would set her off and still have like a 60s vibe to it. And then, of course, for the color palette, picked up on the metallic gold that's in her dress. And so she's a gold eyeshadow and a neutral lip. So there's a lot of versatility to the doll.
Yeah, it's amazing. So let's go to the close-up because this is going to give you guys a really great sense of just how incredibly beautiful she is. And I mean, there's so much to discuss here, from that beautiful, neutral, appropriate screening to the embroidery on the dress to her hairstyle. So where do you want to start, David?
We could start with the dress. So you can see here that she has this tunic style dress, a little dashiki inspired, and which is common that you would see in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, of course. That became more popular. And then I did a custom gold embroidery. So I laid out all the embroidery myself and designed it, and then added the beading pattern to it. We did it in the blue beading and pink and the gold. And so I think this, I think that you're not used to seeing like this skin tone with this shade of blue, and I think it just sets her off so well. I think it's beautiful. So I was so happy with the way it turned out. When I first got that first sample, I thought, oh yeah, this is not a mistake. This is like really good. We're on to something here. So
yeah, I mean, it's yummy. Like it's just delicious. It's like a delicious coloring, and like you said, it's a surprise, in terms of pairing that together. And I think it just pops so well. And then her screening is just so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I sort of mixed and matched like different eyebrows with existing screening, and it's one that we originally used on IFDC years ago. We did it recently just last year, but it's been corrected a little bit. Vaughn used it on the IFDC dolls last year on his doll, and his Poppy. And then I teamed it with the different eyebrows, a little more arched, just a little more modern. So she has a little more versatility that she reads modern, or she could be vintage depending on what your personal taste is. The same with the dress. The dress is vintage, but it really could be applied today. You could wear it today and fit right in no matter where you went to any resort. If you went to Palm Springs, you could definitely wear this dress today and no one would think a thing about it.
Hey, David, well, I'm seeing a lot of questions about the color of her eyes. Can you tell us?
They're just brown. Yeah, they're like a brownish gray color. So
okay.
Yeah,
she's beautiful. So gorgeous.
She really is. And that hairstyle too. I love it. It's so mod yet modern at the same time. And it's just a different take on sort of the updo ponytail. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, I wanted to do like a fall style, which is like where women would wear like a hair piece in the back, like a long hair. They would pull their hair up on top and they would snatch a hair piece on the back, which was like my fantasy in the 70s when I was little. There was still like the tail end in the mid 70s. Like I had family members that still wore wiglets and wig pieces and hair pieces. And my aunt actually, I'll tell this short story that in 1976, I was watching cartoons on a Saturday morning, and I heard a knock on the back door of our house. And I opened the door, and it was my aunt, who knew everything that I loved, dolls and everything. And she had been to a garage sale, and she was like, "I got this for you." And and then she left. And she's my favorite aunt, by the way. And so she left.
Contraband for you?
Yeah, it was a little contraband. And I walked into the living room and opened up the bag, and it was a long chocolate brown fall that matched my hair color. That's all you need to know. That's all.
Wow, that's very progressive.
That's some good backstory for all you guys.
That's a good backstory.
And
So
I love the fall too, and it's still my fantasy. Like it may have been your fantasy in the 70s. Like I still love that. I think it's amazing.
It's great. So actually, this hairstyle I've used before was on Center of Attention.
Okay.
So I usually do like a fall that's in the style of like Misty Hollows or the ginger that was in the last Christmas, the ginger and cinnamon gift set. I really like this style. It's a little bit different. It gives a little bit a different look, but still creating that vibe that I wanted. And also I had just been watching like a whole round of Gladys Knight on YouTube, and I was obsessed with her hair, and I was like, I've got to do that hair. And one of the other inspirations that I was back on the other slide was that before Naomi Campbell was a supermodel, there was Naomi Sims, who was like one of the very first Black supermodels. And so we took a lot of inspiration from her as well.
Oh, it's amazing. And I have to say, we have a few people saying that they want to see pics of that fall story if you have one, or it didn't happen.
there's no pictures. No. There's no pictures of that. And there's no picture of the lipstick samples you get from Avon either. There's none of that going around either.
See, this was before we had cameras on our phones, Ken. So we gotta hide.
If you were 6 years old in 1976, you didn't have no camera.
Yeah, no. All right.
No.
So one of the things that we have done in order to really amp up is such a beautiful offering is I know you and Alain coordinated on these amazing accessories. So if we can go to the next page, and I just kind of want to show, because you guys, we're not getting the table, but we're getting the whole set here. So do you want to break down all these accessories?
Yeah. So one of the first accessories that I wanted to do was an ice bucket. It's Palm Springs. It's retro. I had been looking at vintage ice buckets. Trina Turk has gorgeous kind of reproduction ice buckets that she had been doing. So I was like, I want an ice bucket. And then I went to Alain and I was like, Alain, I need an ice bucket. And he's like, I can do it. And we're going to do 3D. I'm going to do it here. I'm going to design it here and send it to the factory. And so he took it from there and it turned into this amazing scaled down ice bucket. I think you're all going to lose your minds when you see it in real life. So,
and my favorite part, I have to say, because it's, for those of you that remember, because I love like my old vintage 70s action figures. Some of the back then they used to put stickers on everything, and the stickers were actually like a stick-on piece of satin that was printed, and it was like on all the doll clothing, like the little labels. I actually found the material in China, and the bucket, the outside of the bucket is printed with this sort of like satin finish. Like
it's a dye sublimated satin label, basically.
Yeah, so like
amazing.
It's really, really cool. Like the factory, like I sent in the 3D render file, and then it came back. It's so good. I'm so proud of it. Like it's like
we're so proud of you.
and we did the little like ice tongue also. Like you can see it on top. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but Alain also, besides the ice tongs, Alain's like, well, you have to have ice tongs if you're going to have that, and then you need ice. So he's like, I was like, ice? How are you going to do ice? And he's like, oh, we'll do beads. And so Alain came up with the little clear beads. So you're getting clear beads, the tongs, and the ice bucket, and the bottle, and the glass with the lemon wedge, and the sunglasses, and the bag. It's a good set, kid.
Yeah, you do not get the table though. Very clear.
You don't get the
table is just for display, but all of these wonderful accessories, and it's really when you get the pictures, you're definitely have to blow them up because obviously the ice is transparent, but that little thing of ice is like the cutest thing ever. And the other really cool thing here that we've got is we've got 2 different sets of legs and feet and shoes to go with them. So tell us about.
Yeah, the feedback that I've been getting from collectors is like, some people like the original articulated ankles on Poppy, others like the high heel. I have friends I know who like barter and trade legs all the time. And because she's in a skin tone that's never been done before, you're not going to have that option to trade with anyone. So I really wanted to make sure that for this set that we would do both sets of legs that would come with both, and because of that I also included an extra pair of shoes. So she has
here's a blow up version of all the accessories you're getting. So it just rounds up, like with the cocktail, the ice bucket, the legs, like there's like 2 pairs of hands. So like she's got like the long manicured nail hands that everybody's grown to love now. She also comes with the regular Poppy Parker hands, and it's a really cute, adorable little set. And she comes in the brand new Palm Spring packaging. Your upgrade doll is also going to be coming in this package. So like we went all out, like so like the theme is carried through, like see, like there's like that nice aqua color, and then like the tray inside, a little golden accessory tray. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, no, it's so cute. And I have to say, David,
Brilliant.
You're just so thoughtful. And that's one of the things that like we love in terms of when you give us, any product, but especially with the club doll, you want to do something special, and the collaboration between you and Alain on these special accessories, doing the dark A-tone. Again, this doll is in dark A-tone for the very first time ever. We're just so excited. So Alain, if we can just kind of get to like the recap on the whole thing, put it all together. Again, beautiful, and I just love the dress. I love everything about it. The color, the detail work, it's so gorgeous. So she is called Resort Ready. She is exclusive. Everyone's going to have a chance to order, 1 per membership. So we won't know the edition size. The way that this works, you put down your pre-order, then we make the dolls and you get them we're guessing winter 2021 and 22. When somebody says, when is that? We don't know. That's why we're vague. And she is going to be $165. There's going to be a $25 deposit, and you will pay the balance plus shipping when she is ready in winter 21 to 22. David, so like, she's gorgeous, but like, you get to see her up close and personal. And I know that one of the things that we love is to see things up close and personal. So I heard that you did maybe a little video so we could get a better sense of her.
I did. And this is the exact same doll that's in the photos. I literally had to drive to our photographer's studio and pick up the doll to shoot this video. So this is the exact same doll that you're seeing in the photos.
And I love the little Palm Spring video action behind her with the little plant, and she's got the whole vibe going.
It comes handy that I live in Florida, so you can work that out.
I love it. And we're going to spin her around so we
can
kind of get
the video. Hold on a minute, because I was sharing the other screen before. Hold on. All right.
So while Alain's figuring out how to share the video, oh, there she is. So we get a chance to see her gorgeous hair with the little curl and that special style. And she's really special. So thank you so much for doing something so special for the W Club members. And if you guys have questions while she is spinning around, you can kind of take her in her little 360 view. And again, this is the prototype, so might be small modifications, but this is the one that's also in the pictures, which also goes to show how different sometimes things can look in real life versus the pictures. But we've got somebody who's asked like 900 times, does she have any underclothes, or is she Palm Springs and free?
Oh no, she has matching satin panties that match the dress color.
Okay. I think the correct word that was used was underthings. I'm gonna keep using that word moving forward.
She has on little robin's egg blue satin panties.
So. Robin's egg blue satin panties, and those those of you.
I have her with me. And if you're really gentle, I will.
Do you want to bring him forward so we can see?
Here we go.
Well done.
Here we go.
So beautiful.
Are you going to flash her or no?
I will show you gently her panties. Okay.
Oh, this is a W Club After Dark
She doesn't have them on in this photo. The photographer must have taken them off. Where's the back?
She must have gotten
Never mind.
into that
Take my word for it. She has on blue satin panties.
It's that first taste of Tutti Frutti. Yes. The panties went out the way.
Yeah. So the people.
I promise you, she does have blue panties. Okay. So it's okay.
So the people are asking the skin tone again. This is dark A-tone. The very first time this has been used on Poppy. And those who are asking about how many you can order one per club membership. But if you're in the forum, sometimes there are members. We have some gem members and people who don't collect Poppy. So sometimes other members will let you take over their pre-order if they don't want to order. So that's just a little tip and part of being the community. And we're getting skin tone gets so amazing. I love her. So excited. Yes. Yay. And Brent Adams hasn't laughed this hard in ages. So question, 2 sets of hands, 1 long nails and 1 short nails?
The standard Poppy hand.
Yes, and you'll be able, we're going to send you out an email that has all the promotional pictures, and you'll really be able to kind of get up close and see everything better than we can show you, obviously, in the screen. Is the belt removable? Ernie Faison wants to know.
Here, let me show you. So it is removable. There we go. So it's a hook and loop closure on it.
Awesome.
And it can come right off. Yeah. If you don't want it on there, you can take it off. So
Jenny Propus, is she darker than Lemon Frost?
Yeah. Lemon Frost was A-tone. This is dark A-tone.
Okay. So that's the differential there. Lots of lovely. Can you use your $25 credit for the down payment? No, right, Alain? It's only on $99 or higher.
Exactly. You'll be able to use it on the tail end, like on the final payment when that comes in, because it's $99 or more. Yeah.
So David, one of the things obviously we had talked about in terms of doing this beautiful neutral makeup is, having that palette. What color would you describe her lips to be?
It's sort of like, I don't know how I would, like, sort of almost like a brown down, like red almost. It's like, it reads neutral.
Yeah.
So it blends really well with her skin tone. It's just like just a hint of color on her lips.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I think it also, again, that just makes for so many redressing possibilities. You kind of did the non-obvious by pairing her with those pastels, but she would look beautiful with fall colors or all kinds of colors as well.
Even the gold eyeshadow is real subtle. So like she's really good for anything that you wanted to put her in, redress her.
We've got questions on when are the upgrades and other things coming in. We should have timing updates, Alain, in about 7 to 10 days, maybe within the next week or two.
Yeah, because we're actually getting really close to that. There's also like the other club dolls like from last year. There's all sorts of things, IFDC convention updates, all kinds of stuff. So like once we're done with this process. And like the payments are going on, as I was saying before, like we're going to move on. Like we're trying to like spread things out a little bit. So like we've got a lot that's going to be happening in the next 2 months. Yeah. So don't worry, kids. It's all coming. All coming.
On this particular doll, David, somebody's asking if there's a zipper in the back. Is that the way that it's closed?
Yes, it's a zipper.
Okay. Perfect. I have a question for you. I'm going to go a little bit rogue here. We've had a lot of people in the club asking if we're going to see more Gingers this year. Will Ginger be reemerging in 2021?
Yeah, she will be. You're going to have have all your ginger needs met this year, so you're good. No worries.
Our ginger needs, really. Okay.
Our ginger needs. That happened to me back in 1998, and I took care of it. It's all good.
Yeah, okay. And I'm also seeing, David, while we've got you, I'm also seeing a lot of questions about our friend Darla. Were you planning, like, it's been the hot minute since we've done Darla, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, what I'm working on right now is actually a new black friend for Poppy. So hopefully, maybe we'll see her in the next year. Maybe we'll hope we get to see her. Okay. Darla, it could have been a new Darla. I know that people in general aren't really warm to Darla's sculpt. It's been an issue since we've introduced her both times. So I don't know. We might just put Darla on hiatus for a little while longer.
Oh, plus there's also, I think, like new characters are always more appreciated than when we take an existing character.
That is the deal. I mean, I could very easily just make her the new Darla, but I know people don't necessarily like that. So it's just better just to start fresh with the new character.
And here's the thing about you guys. Even when people go on hiatus, they sometimes come back. So it doesn't mean that it's gone forever.
No. If there's a right moment, like if it's earlier 60s, that maybe that's the right moment for Darla to come back. If it's later 60s or 70s, maybe it's another character.
Ooh, 70s. That's a hint. All right, Ms. Nikki, I just want you to say she's going to be beautiful displayed next to Pink Lemonade Poppy. I agree. Obviously part of the same collection. Anything you want to tell us more about this wonderful Palm Springs collection?
I would say that everything is sort of in this color range. So everything is sort of these bright Easter pastels. That's sort of like that's really like the color story I'm doing for the entire collection.
Excellent. And would you ever do a black ginger?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so nothing necessarily planned, but
there's nothing currently in the plans for that. But I absolutely have no problem in doing a black ginger. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing what her sculpt would look like in different skin tones.
So wait list lotteries held for past shipments. The way that works is obviously those wait lists are for people who decide not to pay and basically abandon their pre-order. So we have to give everybody a chance to pay first, give them a little bit of breathing time just in case they miss the deadline, and then that's when we go to the wait list to offer those opportunities up to anybody who signed up for the wait list. So I know it's a little bit of waiting, a little bit of patience, but that's kind of the way.
And basically the wait list, just so you know, is not a lottery. We do it from a first come, first serve. So I use the timestamp on the invoices that when you've added the wait list to your account. So a lot of the wait lists, 90% of the wait lists, I believe, if not 100% of the wait lists for the current things that are being paid for right now are closed already. So because we've got a lot of people on those wait lists, and usually we don't have enough dolls to be able to satisfy everyone. But right now, the current target is to reach out to folks on the wait list probably by mid-September, just as Carol said, so that we've given everybody like an ample time to be able to pay for their pre-orders.
Yes.
So stay tuned. You never know. I may have a doll for you.
And back to this particular offering. So again, it's
Mhm.
one of 5 club dolls that everybody gets a chance to order. Somebody's asking if she's the first A-tone Poppy. Again, she's dark A-tone. So this is the first dark A-tone, which is different than A-tone. A-tone has been done before. This is the first dark A-tone Poppy. Okay.
Yes.
Any last questions about this particular doll? Obviously, we're going to be sending you out some information. Yeah, I mean, this is super exciting. I cannot wait for this to get out into everybody's hands. And I'm just so thrilled, David, for this first club offering. Thank you so much for that.
And Carol, somebody fell asleep and missed the intro. So just for you, the video is on. You'll be able to watch it and rewatch us at your little heart's desire as many times as you wish. We're not going away. So the link won't change. You can rewatch the entire presentation if you want to hear our lovely self, our lovely little group. You can watch it.
And I would also say too, to the extent that you're talking to other club members, just club members, don't share this with non-club members, but to other club members who may not have had a chance to see the presentation, to see that video of her, on the rotating stand where you can see kind of the 360-degree view and get a little bit more of a view of her in person sometimes is helpful. So feel free to spread the words on that. How soon can you guys rewatch it? You're going to be able to rewatch it, pretty much as soon as we wrap up here. That's pretty quick in terms of that turnaround. People are really, really excited. Somebody is asking, not pertaining to this, but future, will we ever see Chip again?
I think so. Yeah, you'll see Chip.
Okay, so that's pretty exciting.
I'm also seeing like questions about Meteor, about industry, about like all of our other brands, and like as I was saying earlier, we do have like that sort of like little problem we had with our little friends in China. Like we do have a whole bunch of things that are coming, and your membership year is definitely not over, and we got a ton of goodies on the way. So
yeah, and let's just remind everyone the membership year started in March this year. So I think people forget. Some people think it starts to beginning of January. Some people think it starts February. It actually started in March. So we have a lot of stuff to come. David, on the screening, I know you talked a little bit about kind of like mixing and matching a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit more about the screening, because people are asking if it's certain screenings?
Oh, okay. I can't remember exactly the last one. The brows I used a lot last year on like a majority of I teamed with the Bergdorf eye. Last year I did that brow, and then that's the camera loves her eye screening but corrected. So it actually doesn't have like back in the day, there used to be like a white space between the top and bottom shadows, and we eliminated that. So it's been corrected. And then it was beautiful last year on Vaughn's doll. I used it, I think, earlier this year too, but it's on her, teamed with that other brow. And I don't know. That's about it. That's all I got for you. It's my memory is short. I've done. Y'all have to remember. I have done, like, as of this year, there's like 220 poppies I've done.
Yeah.
So
this is if you go with the item numbers. This is number 211. But like some of them, like at conventions, were A and B because they were like two doll gift sets or something like that. So like I would probably call it like closer like to 230.
Yeah.
So,
and all the stuff I'm working on this year, it's just very hard to keep it all straight. So forgive me if I can't remember all the details.
And also don't want to put out anything there that you might be like mixing back
exactly,
up. So,
yeah, exactly.
Is it the same as Kiss in the Shadows? Somebody's asking?
Yes, that is the screening. Yeah.
Okay.
The brows are different. What Kiss in the Shadows was Vaughn's popular, right?
Yeah. With the little black.
So it's the same
like
screening as It's the same screening as Kiss in the Shadows, just with a different brow.
With a different brow. So, all right. And then obviously you've got people asking for pretty much everything else. So we'll go back through those asks. And I know that you've got a lot on your plate, David, so more to come for sure. Thank you so much for such a beautiful, beautiful club offering. Thanks to you guys. As I said, this was kind of something fun and different. And hopefully if you're new, help to explain the process a little bit better. And if you like this format, maybe it's something that we'll consider again in the future for the club doll reveals. I don't know. Anything else, David? Any last words about the doll or to the collectors?
Yeah, I just hope that you really enjoy her. She was a lot of fun to work on. She's like a really great starting point for the collection. You got a little taste of it with Pink Lemonade, and then she's really going to kick off the collection. So it's just like a really chic, resort-ready collection. So stay tuned for the rest of the year.
Awesome. And Alain, any final words? Are you cooled down now, or is this got?
Yeah, I am actually. It's actually starting to be really nice. Like I'm gonna take the snow shovel out and I'm gonna start shoveling snow around my house. No, it's great. Like I'm looking forward to the weekend, everyone. You're about to get an email from the club with all the pre-order details for this wonderful, amazing doll. Don't forget, you only have a short window of time to pre-order her. All the details will be in the email, so don't wait. Jump on it. You want her.
Absolutely. And I would also say for those of you who don't use the forum or don't use it regularly, please, if you have additional questions about screening, the collectors are better than anyone in terms of saying, oh, here are all the different dolls that had the screening. Or again, if you wanted to take over or maybe get a second one, you might be able to find somebody to allow you to do that there. So with this is a great opportunity for you to go and engage and chat about the doll in the forum and perhaps, expand your knowledge base and whatnot. And thank you to all of our forum members who are always so helpful in getting that information out. So yeah, and that August newsletter that can be coming at the very end of August. So it will be in August, but it'll be really close to September. So you will be getting it.
All right, everyone.
And by the way, if for those of you who are having problems, if you need anything and you're having problems, go to the W Club liaisons, wclub@integritytoys.com. They will not be working. They don't work on the weekends. So be patient for this reveal. They'll get back to you on Monday with answers to your questions, or Tuesday if there's a ton of them, and you'll have at least a little bit over a week to pre-order this, so you'll have plenty of time. All right, David, Alain, thank you guys. Thank you for watching,
Carol.
And
enjoy
your weekend, guys.
Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.